to fall through down the line, you can very easily hide the documents from that specific buyer rather than having to see everything all lumped together. So in order to add a folder, you're going to click the button obviously right here, folder. I can rename them as well if I hit the little red drop down. So like I said, you're going to want to have one for listing, one for buyer, and then hypothetically, if this buyer were to fall through and I don't want to see all that stuff anymore in here because we're going with another buyer, all I have to do is click the little red tab right here and hit archive. It's still in there, it's hidden from your view. You can always pull up everything back from dotloop. That's going to be one of the major keys with it, is that you can never delete a document from dotloop. So this way, there's never any uh-ohs or any issues of where you accidentally deleted something. Everything is saved in dotloop for 7 years, which is going to be compliance standards. So even if you hide something, it's still going to be in there. Like I said, you can't delete anything, you can only archive it. But if I archive that by accident, I can go right here where it says show archived, and everything's going to come back and still be there. So nothing's ever deleted, nothing's ever lost with dotloop.
Can you unarchive something?
Yes. So let me do this again. So as you'll see, that one folder for buyer documents was archived. I'm going to hit show archived, and then this one is archived, that folder. So I'm going to hit the little document, the little red tab, and hit unarchive. And then it's back again. So you can add documents from computer or from templates into each loop. Adding from computer, things like that, is going to be home inspections, things like that, that you want to save in the folder, but it's not going to be in the template items, things like that. So if I'm going to go through and I'm going to set up a new listing, let's say. So I've created the file address. I have my folder that's listing docs. I'm going to hit add from templates. This is going to be where all your templates and everything show up. This is why I said you want to go through, create all your templates, so that this way, instead of having to search for what files you need for a new listing, I can go and I can hit, where is it? Listing. And then I'm going to hit select all, which is going to be all the listing documents I need. And then I'm going to add, and that's going to pull everything over at once instead of having to search for each individual document. I think I accidentally used one of my templates that I have set up with way too much stuff in it, which is why I pulled everything in like that. So I'm going to go listing docs. There we go. So these are going to be the documents that I need for a new listing. If I'm going to physically meet with the client, I'm still going to go through, set up everything in here, and then go in and print them out. Or if I have an out-of-state seller, things like that, I could actually set it up right in there for e-sign, and this way I never have to meet with them. They can go in right from their email and sign everything. So what I want to do is, obviously all those documents is what I'm going to need for the listing. So I'm going to check the box right here next to it, and I'm going to hit open. The first time you open any document, it's going to ask you to fill in all the fields, buyer, seller, things like that, of who those people are, what their email address is. If you're going to print the documents out and not have them e-sign them, you don't really need to do this. But if you're having agreement of sale docs, let's say, and you're going to go in and have everybody sign them, you want to put in who the buyer is, who the seller is, and then it'll automatically assign them to all the roles and everything of where they need to sign, things like that, on the agreement of sale and other documents. If I'm not going to do it, I'm going to hit the little red X. So as I said, this is going to be a listing, for example. I'm going to go through, I'm going to fill out all the fields I need as to my name, what things like that, lead-based paint. And then I'm going to go through and fill out the listing document with all the information and everything that I need in there, dates, times, things like that. As you'll see after I go through and fill everything out, if I'm not going to have them e-sign, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit other actions, and then I'm going to hit either the download or print button. From there, it's going to save it to your computer or print it out so you can physically meet with them and hand sign everything. If you do have it hand signed though, keep in mind you have to scan everything back in because like I said, the office is paperless, so everything has to be in there at all times. That is all the documents and things like that.